Hello there. I would like to introduce you to a founding member of the Heart Healers Ho'oponopono community, and that is Maria Ceballos-Zagales. She is such a divine heart healer, which is what we call our members of our community. And I'm just so grateful that you're here with us today, Maria. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eileen.
All right. So would you be kind enough for our viewers to share a little bit about who you are and where you're currently living?
Absolutely. So as Eileen mentioned, my name is Maria Ceballos-Zagales, and I am 50 years old. I am a mother of 3 adult children. I currently live in Gainesville, Florida, but the majority of my life I lived in Miami. And when I was very young, my whole life, when I was very young and as I got older, I always wanted to become an attorney. But I got married and then had children and decided that a better career path for me would be to be an educator. And so I actually was an educator and a school administrator for over 20 years. And then when my children became adults, I decided to live out my dream and go to law school and become an attorney. And so now I am doing what I call my retirement career. And I work as an attorney serving veterans throughout the state of Florida.
I love it. I love it. So as a founding member of the Heart Healers Ho'oponopono community, would you share a little bit about why you decided to join this community?
So I actually have known Eileen for about 4 or 5 years now, and I knew her even before she started to learn about Ho'oponopono, and she has been truly instrumental in helping my family, my friends, and I in different aspects of our lives, from healing from trauma, to working on relationships, to the process of grieving. And in particular, one of the most beautiful things that Eileen helped me with was my relationship with my mother, who sadly passed away not too long ago. But even when she was alive, Eileen and I worked on healing some trauma that she and I share, because she was a teenage mom. So she got pregnant with me when she was 15. And even though my parents got married and everything else, there was a process where there was some abandonment and some issues that I had to deal with that affected our relationship. And it all kind of came full circle through her illness and later on her passing, because my mom picked me as the person that had to make decisions for her health. And Eileen was the person who actually helped us with that, which was quite significant, because one of the most challenging things for me as a human being was to understand that the person that gave me life turned out to be the person I had to make a decision as to when she would leave this life. And so working with Eileen helped me to find ways of making that connection in a way that allowed all of us to heal. And that's part of the heart healing piece. But along with that, Ho'oponopono has been really a life-changing experience for me. Through what I've learned from Eileen, I went to a workshop that she taught a few years ago, her first Ho'oponopono workshop. I at that moment in time, I began to put everything I learned into practice with my son, my youngest son, who struggles with very serious issues. And it worked so well. And so it quickly became a daily practice for me. Ho'oponopono did. And it really, from just those mornings that you wake up not feeling like the day is going to go well, to the days that you're feeling fantastic. Ho'oponopono for me is ever present. After you are a part of this experience and you really accept it into your life, you realize that it's just it's just I don't know if it's a better way or a more effective way. I'm not exactly sure what the word would be, but it's really a wonderful way to connect with yourself and to connect with the source of whatever you believe in,
Right.
to make things happen in your life the way they should. And sometimes it's not how you see it or how you expect it to be, but you soon find out that Ho'oponopono is a type of practice that allows you to bridge your beliefs with what works best. At least for me. I think Ho'oponopono is also something that's very fluid in some ways, because it becomes, if you really make it into a daily practice in your life, you find that my experience might be different from someone else's experience through Ho'oponopono, but the outcomes continue to be positive overall for those of us who choose to make it an everyday practice. And so when Eileen decided to open this community, I knew right away that I wanted to be a part of it. And I love everything that it has become and how we are continuing to grow and really change each other's lives in a positive way.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words as well. What are maybe one or two specific benefits or positive outcomes, shall we say, from this beautiful daily Ho'oponopono practice that you've created for yourself and for your family?
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
My son, one of the things he struggles with is mental health issues. And when there have been moments where he is at his peak of struggling, sometimes that represents itself in violence, not against me per se, but in our home or himself. Just a lot of physical expressions, punching things, screaming, running, trying to destroy things. And so I have found that just verbalizing the Ho'oponopono prayer, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Just saying that, whether I say it out loud or whether I say it in my head, just has this wonderful, powerful effect in calming him down. And even before he fully understood what Ho'oponopono is, it just had that effect. And so that's just an example of something that you can see and feel in real life of how Ho'oponopono has made a difference in my life. But there really is so many things throughout the day. When my dog's leg is hurting, right? When members of our community are going through anything from a headache to a serious illness, to celebrating the birth of a child, because it's not just when negative things happen. Ho'oponopono is something you bring as a part of your life, even when you're celebrating beautiful things happening. At least for me, that's how I practice it. And so no matter what, bringing that extra layer of support from source, let's call it, is just really beautiful, and it makes such a difference. And that's kind of what I have experienced.
Thank you. Beautifully languaged. I think one of the things that I have enjoyed and why I wanted to share some of our members' experiences with our viewers is because everyone's experience is subtly different, because each of us is uniquely who we are. And our focus might be different on what we're choosing to work on. Our approach might be a little bit different, but ultimately there just seems to be this thread of life feels better, life feels easier, things just work out differently, right? Different people have used the word transformed, you know, that different things have been transformed in a good way. And so I love that diversity in experience and intention that each heart healer in the group has, which is, it just warms my heart. So
I think that's a good word, transforming what's happening. Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
word.
Thank you. So you did your practice on your own, and then you decided to join the Heart Healers Ho'oponopono community. Can you share with us any differences in your daily practice of Ho'oponopono as a part of a community versus on your own?
Yeah, so, you know, I love the fact that our community is growing beautifully. It's composed of so many incredible human beings, and we're all from all walks of life, different cultural backgrounds, different experiences, different life challenges, and different triumphs. And we have all come together in a way that works. And that's very rare. And we learn from each other. We
Agreed.
learn from each other every week when we interact with one another, even if it's just listening to somebody else express how they use the practice, or listening to what they would like to have as what we call cleaning statements.
Mhm.
You learn how to best support others, and you learn how to improve your practice of Ho'oponopono, because somebody might express, for example, somebody might create a cleaning statement that is so beautifully worded, and you're like, oh my goodness, that is just fantastic. I love that. I can use that when I'm creating my own. And sometimes, many times, not sometimes, I would say on a daily basis, I love the fact that we get to create little miracles for each other.
Mm.
It truly is a blessing. Like I said earlier, we share each other's triumphs, but we share each other's challenges, and we clean for one another. And we do this with all the support and all the love, like genuine love for one another. And most of us have never met in person. We
That's
only know
true.
each other through this practice. And
Right.
I can tell you that some of the people that I clean for every day, I know their names, but I may not even recognize who they are.
Right.
But I am still connected to them from the heart. And
Yeah.
that is a beautiful thing. You know, I mean, I believe that we are all one. I do have that belief.
Yeah.
And so and Ho'oponopono teaches that. So when we clean for one, we're cleaning for all. And we see it, like, we're humans. And so many times we like to kind of see it and touch it and feel it, not just have the idea or the thought of something working. And we get to see that, but we get to see that in a way that blesses others and blesses us. And I'm so thankful for that. It really fills my heart. And so that's why I think our community is just very unique and fantastic.
I love how you've shared today, Maria. I mean, it just has so touched my heart. Sharing this time with our members has been a gift for me, because I am able to see the community through your eyes. And sometimes that broadens the perspective that, you know, that one individual focus can be limiting. And this has been so valuable for me to be able to share this time with you as well. So in closing, let's say someone's listening to this or watching this video and they're thinking about joining the community, but they're a little on the fence. What would you want to say to them about their decision to join us?
You know, come join us. We're going to welcome you with open hands and open hearts. And I would say to take a moment, take a few minutes to just say the Ho'oponopono prayer. Just take that moment to stop everything that's going on around you and just say the prayer. Whether you say the full prayer of I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, or just one of those words or two of those words, it doesn't matter. But just sit quietly, breathe into your heart, as Eileen loves to say, and say the prayer. And I believe that if this community is one that will bless you, bless your family, and bless others, your heart will tell you, yes, come join us. And we would love to have you.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Maria, and thank you for this very special time with you. Have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.